Talk about what's going on in Iowa history. It has happened here in Iowa history. Now, we've talked on this segment before about Iowans who have served their nation proudly, and today you have the story of one who showed amazing courage in battle.
Absolutely. It was quite a moment on this date in 1968 when then 33-year-old Air Force Major Merlin Dethlefsen stood at attention in the East Room of the White House. Virtually all his family was present as President Lyndon Johnson presented the Greenville, Iowa native with the Medal of Honor. It was on March 10th of the year before, 1967, that Dethlefsen was flying an F-105 Thunder Chief, one of a number of aircraft flying ahead of a strike force of 72 fighter bombers. Dethlefsen was flying the number 3 aircraft, but as they made their first pass, the flight leader's plane was shot down, and the wingman then had to withdraw because of damage to his craft. That put then Captain Dethlefsen in charge of the whole thing.
Wow, that makes it sound like that mission should have been aborted about that.
Well, and when you lose the first two, you would certainly think that. But despite his own aircraft being damaged, he fended off MiG attacks by flying directly into anti-aircraft fire. He made repeated strikes with his wingman against the enemy's defensive positions, effectively destroying 2 missile sites before guiding his nearly crippled plane back to the air base in Thailand, some 500 miles away. Now, to your point, Michelle, Dethlefsen could have pulled out of the mission honorably many times when he was attacked by 2 MiGs, when his plane was hit by flak, or when the smoke of the battle, which was dense, made it difficult to even see the enemy. But despite all that, he made repeated passes, each one more dangerous than the one before.
Wow. You said virtually all his family was there. Who wasn't able to be there?
One family member, Lou, in particular, a younger brother who was a private in the Army, was scheduled to make it but could not. And that's because of renewed intensive fighting that led to his plane from Vietnam to Washington being delayed. And soon, less than 2 months later, that very renewed fighting would lead the very president awarding the medal to himself decline running for another term. This was February 1st, and it was on March 31st that Lyndon Johnson, in a surprise announcement to the nation, said he would not seek nor would he accept the nomination of his party. Born in Greenville but raised in Royal, Iowa, Merlin Dethlefsen ultimately rose to the rank of colonel before he retired from the Air Force in 1977. But he became the 3rd Iowan to receive our nation's highest decoration during the Vietnam War, the Medal of Honor. And it happened on this date in 1968, 51 years ago today.
Wow.
Wow.
How courageous.
Yeah, very much so.
All right,
amazing.
So people want to go back, Professor, and revisit what you just got done talking about and just, really appreciate what this guy has done. How can they do so?
IowaAlmanac.com has this story and all the ones we've talked about. You can also follow Iowa Almanac on Twitter and Instagram at, amazingly enough, Iowa Almanac. And as I've thought about it, my song request is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay,
All right,
Bohemian
there we
Rhapsody.
go.
Okay, Bohunk rap. Okay.
Just
You
needed a
cannot
minute,
beat
didn't
that.
ya? Just needed a minute.
I'm sure they'll be able to play that. We'll throw that out in the mix, too, okay?
Sounds great.
Perfect. Have yourself a great weekend. Enjoy the warmer weather.
We will see you on Monday morning.
All right, buddy.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, Professor Jeff Stein checking in from Waterloo. And that's the whole idea, folks. We posted something yesterday. Again, Pianopalooza going to be here at the bottom of the hour. If you have any requests, go to our Facebook page, to Iowa Live, and put down your requests. Some of the ones that we have so far, we have some cold songs. Of course, have come in, like Ice Ice Baby and Cold as Ice and Hot Blooded go in the other direction there. Twist and Shout is on the list here.
Ooh.
So we're going to have some pretty good stuff.
These guys are good.
We're going to throw
They're
them at
good.
Jerry
They
and
can
Tony
handle
coming
anything.
up in just a little bit. We'll see how fast they can shift gears. We're looking forward to that. It's